amṛtyuḥ sarvadṛk siṃhaḥ sandhātā sandhimān sthiraḥ ajo durmarṣaṇaḥ śāstā viśrutātmā surārihā.
amṛtyuḥ. Mrityu means, normally the translation is death. So death for us means that physical death wherein the person quits the physical body, no more to come back, enter that same body again. That is called death, physical death for us. Mrityu doesn't only mean that. Of course, even that is a change which has happened in somebody's life. Till that point of time, till the person died, he or he, whoever it is, he or she was there. Now suddenly what has happened? The person died. Therefore change has happened in the family. That person who was an integral part of that family, was contributing so much in whatever form, suddenly is no more. So there is a void over there created in the family, which means a change has happened. That amount of space looks empty for us, which that person was till maybe an hour ago was occupying. So change. So in the larger perspective, mrityu means change. Yesterday died and today was born. In that sense we have to take it. Morning died, afternoon was born. Afternoon died, now evening has been born. It's like that. So every moment, which means mrityu represents change. We are all in a realm of change. External world, all our own inner world. So the whole world outside definitely is changing. Now it is hot, suddenly it can become cold. Outside if we look, clouds are there, suddenly after even 30 seconds everything, the pattern has changed over there. The sun is moving, the moon is moving. Every day there is so much of change. Every moment there is change. The branch of the tree, the leaves were like this, now they are moving up and down in the breeze. There is a change which we are registering or seeing over there out through the window. So in the entire, all of the worlds, or all of the worlds are in a realm of change. Change is the only factor which can be associated with all the worlds which have been created. So outside there is change in the community, in the society, in the state, in the country, at the international level. In our home there is change happening every moment. If we go to the kitchen and make something, there is change. 1 hour ago this dish was not there. Now this dish is there in the kitchen because we made it. So change over there. The flowers that we had put at the altar in the morning were fresh. Now in the evening slowly they are dying down. Change. And within our body is changing every moment. How many cells are being created? How many cells are dying? A few, maybe 2-3 hours ago, our stomach was full because we had lunch. Now it's slowly becoming empty because the lunch is getting digested or has got digested. So change inside. So at the body level, there is so much of change happening. We are winking. Every moment there is change. And inside all the organs functioning, mind, intellect. So all the worlds belong to the realm of change. How many things can be put into this category? Infinite. Because everything belongs to or comes under the category of mrityu, change. Amṛtyuḥ, opposite of change, opposite of death. Bhagavan is the one who knows no change. That is why we say he represents for us the changeless factor, one changeless factor. He was, he is, and he shall ever continue to be. Now in that was, is, and shall continue to be, there is no change for him at all. We were earlier, we are now, and with Lord's grace we are going to remain for a few more years. But there is change happening to us. Bhagavan is not like that at all. There is absolutely no change for him at all. Whatever he was before creation, he is like that now also. He was like that 100 years ago also. He will continue to remain 100 years afterwards also. We can't give to him a name, form, qualities like how we give to ourselves. That is why all these namas are only indicating Bhagavan, not describing to us. So, amṛtyuḥ, he is the one changeless factor. Are there many changeless factors? No. There is only one changeless factor, around whom all change is happening. That is the concept of that Rasa Krida. Sharad Purnima is going to come. We will talk about that later. One changeless factor, around whom all change is happening. Change is happening. What is the change happening over there? That they have dramatized and represented it for us as dance. It's a sport there. Sport means two people must be there. Who are there? Krishna and the gopis are there. But Krishna is not directly participating. Some other time we'll take it up in detail. But Krida. But the gopis have so much identified with Krishna that they feel Krishna is near them. And he is also participating just like them. We superimpose all our qualities or our activities onto him. We do it. We are not sick. But supposing the child at home is sick, mother's face will register it. Why are you looking so pale? Are you sick? No. A mother can say. She can say, my daughter was sick, but you look so pale. It's called superimposing. So all of that can be superimposed. So therefore the gopis identify so much with the changeless center, the Krishna state, the actionless Krishna state, that they feel Krishna is next to them. That Krishna whom they have identified next to them is dancing along with them. He represents over there that power which makes them get into the realm of activity, which makes their equipment, body, mind, intellect function. So therefore, every gopi feels there is a Krishna next to her. Gopi Krishna, Gopi Krishna, Gopi Krishna. That is why in our tradition, all of us feminine gender, ladies, we all have the he part also. You know, he and she, the Prakriti part and the Purusha part. The masculine part and the feminine part, if we may say so. We are not talking gender of the physical body. He and she. We are not talking about that at all. All of us have the Purusha aspect in us, though we are all she. And all men, though we address them as he, they have the Prakriti aspect in them. Both have to be there. Only then the personality is complete. When we want to reach the Paramatma state, which first at the first level itself becomes the two, Prakriti and Purusha. If we want to reach him, we should have had both. We should have both the aspects in us. Both the aspects in us walk up to a particular level where they will merge to become one with him, who himself had become the two. See, only then Purnatva will be there, fullness will be there. Only then we can say an all-out full realization. Otherwise it will become partial realization. So it's very beautiful. Therefore all of us are Gopi Krishna. We all. Most of us are women in the satsang. Men are there in the satsang. All of them are also Gopi Krishna. It's like that. It's a very beautiful concept dramatized. And dancing, Krida, sport. And there it is dancing. Dancing means what? We can't dance without music. Music and dance go together. Nada and Nritya go together. And when we say Nada and Nritya, there is rhyming, there is rhythm. It's not noise. At that point of time only we can say music and dance of life. We use these words. Drama of life, we know. Whatever we are going. But in the drama of life, we should bring in music and dance also. Only then our life will become fulfilled. So the one changeless factor has been indicated over here as amṛtyuḥ, that which is completely opposite of mrityu. In the realm of change, so many things we can put in there. But in the realm of changeless, there is only one factor. Who is that? Bhagavan. So amṛtyuḥ means one who knows no change. One who knows no change means he can never be born. In the same verse, there is a word, 204th one, aja. Ja means to be born. Aja means unborn. We are all born. We have a date. In a place, on a particular day, at a particular time, we were all born. Till then, we were not there to be seen by everybody. So then, therefore, we say birth date. So one who is born will always have growth. We all grow up, and growth, then we have modification, variation. Every aspect of us is changing, varying, change is happening. Then slowly diseases can come in life at whatever stage. Decay sets in. That also we cannot say only when a person becomes 85 decay starts. We cannot say that. We do not know decay at what levels it comes to us. So decay, and then we say mṛtyuḥ, death. None of them are there for the Lord. He was not born at all. Ajaha, I am doing that nama also now. Unborn. When we say unborn, it means we have to negate all the other aspects also which follow a person who has been born. So he was not born means there is no growth for him, there is no increase for him, there is no decrease for him, there is no modification, variation, decay, disease, they are all change only. And finally death. So ajaha amṛtyuḥ. We are all in the world, in the realm of janana is there, marana is there for us. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. Shankara says in his Bhaja Govinda. So if for the Lord we say that he belongs to the category of changelessness, he is amṛtyuḥ, automatically aja will become one of his qualifications, one of his glories, one of his vibhutis. So therefore he is unborn, therefore there is no growth for him. That is why we say avyaya, immutable, mutation can't take place. There is no decrease for him, there is no increase for him, there is no change for him. When we say disease, something is happening, some change happened in the system, or some change happened at the mind intellect level. Disease can come to the subtle equipment also. So disease, decay means organs, limbs, equipment are not functioning the way they should be functioning. Less it has become. Finally, total destruction. So Bhagavan is one who doesn't fall into any of these categories. All these shadvikaras, they say, 6 modifications are not for him. What are they? It starts with birth and it ends with death for all of us. Bhagavan is unborn, and therefore there is no death for him, there is no change for him. Amṛtyuḥ ajaha, he is. Sarvadṛk, drk means to see, darshana, to see. Sarva means all. Whenever in Sanskrit, I think I did mention earlier, all means capital A, capital L, double underline. All it means. Because when we say all, there is always an exception to it. You said all the children will come, but some did not come. Or did you mean these children also? No. I meant only these children will come to my class. So when we say all in Sanskrit, it is all inclusive, nothing excluded. Nothing excluded, nothing whatsoever excluded. Kinchit, this much also not excluded. Everything included. We can imagine how many things must be included over there. What must be his elastic limits to accommodate everything, to include everything. We can't include and accommodate even our neighbor in our mind. Or if we are sitting on a long sofa, I don't want her to sit next to me. So we really spread out ourselves so that the other person will feel there is no space for her. Bhagavan is not like that at all. Man of realization also. He is one who can just accommodate. He is so flexible. So much of fluidity is there. I mean, these are words to use, that's all. Why he has become infinite? He has stretched himself. What was his elastic limits? We can't define it. Infinite elastic limits. He has expanded and expanded and expanded himself so much that everything and every being gets accommodated in him. We are all sitting in our house in the hall. Supposing we can grow. Height wise and horizontally also we can grow. Supposing we can grow, then what will happen? We will start occupying the whole of the hall, and if we still grow, we won't be inside the hall, but the hall will be inside us. If we can still grow, we won't be inside the house, but our own house will be inside us. Supposing we can continue to grow and grow and grow and grow. Our city will be inside us, our state will be inside us, our country will be inside us. We can put the entire solar system into us, provided we grow, expand. So we are not inside the solar system, rather the solar system is inside us. All the 14 worlds are inside us. If all 14 worlds must be inside us, physically we can't grow, impossible it is. Because limitation, matter has got its limitation. But within ourselves we can grow. There also mind has got its limitation, intellect has got its limitation. We have to go beyond both of them. Only then real expansion can take place. But still we can slowly start expanding. As we expand, we can become more and more subtle. Because the house has to sit inside us, the city has to sit inside us. So where can we talk about all these things? At a gross level, subtle level. So all our masters, when we attribute to them the Jivan Mukti state, they are nothing but an expansion. They are nothing but, they represent the state of infinitude. Means they have expanded themselves so much. How much have they expanded? All 14 worlds are inside them. All the devatas are inside them. That is why Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, when we say, we don't know what it means. It means something phenomenal. How much they must have expanded themselves to include and accommodate everything within themselves. Anything within us, we always take care of. Whatever is inside me, I like. I never dislike anything. Why? It's a part of me. Even the tip of our finger, supposing somebody pokes, don't do that. It's mine. I don't want any pain. Even if it is the tip of my little finger, I don't want any pain for it. Why? It's a part of me, integral part of me. When our masters expand like that, everything is inside. Therefore, they can never ever dislike anybody, dislike anything. Why? All the 14 worlds are an integral part of them. There is not even a question of liking also. We can't say I like my finger, it is mine. It's an integral part of me. Such questions you should not ask, we'll tell people. What is there to ask? Do you like your finger or do you dislike your finger? It's mine. It goes beyond like and dislike. That is the state where our masters are. And that has been indicated over here for Bhagavan Narayana. So sarva, all. Dhrk means to see. He is the witness of everything. He sees. He sees means he is the knowing principle behind everything that is happening. He knows our knowledge, he knows our ignorance. So everything, there is one person who is seeing, witness, Sakshi. Sarva Sakshi is, sarvadṛk is. We use these words so easily. Bhagavan is all pervading, Bhagavan is all seeing, and we do all the wrong things in life. Means at that point of time we hope that Bhagavan would not have seen. Gurudev very nicely used to say, we hope that he would not have seen, he would have turned the other side and then we can do this wrong thing. But we are saying he is all pervading, he is all seeing, he is sarvadṛk. So prayer after prayer like this, that is called hypocrisy over there. So the conviction is not there at all. But he sees everything. I wanted to tell you something, but I don't want to tell you now. So she will not know what I wanted to tell her because we are not going to tell her. But Bhagavan knows who is there inside, what I wanted to tell her, and now what I don't want to tell her also. See, he is the one. For him, there is no assertion and negation, plus and minus on that side. He sees everything. Seeing is not with physical eyes. Oh, Bhagavan must be having a pair of very powerful eyes. Not like that. He knows everything. He is sitting inside all of us and he knows everything. We can never ever do anything without him knowing. Why? The very fact that we are doing something right or wrong, we are doing it in his light only. He is a Sakshi for all that wrong we are doing and all the right we are doing. But why doesn't he interfere? Samskaras are like that. Now and then he does tell us through others or through an inner voice, but then we don't listen to it at all. So therefore, sarvadṛk means he is the one who sees. Capital S over here. He alone sees everything. We can't see anything. What is happening round the corner in the other room, we do not know. But Bhagavan knows everything. And not only gross, everything Bhagavan knows. He is inside each one of us. He knows what is happening outside and he knows what is happening inside us all. If this becomes a conviction in us, we will never do anything wrong in our life. Why? He is seeing. I am a devotee of him. And if he is seeing, and if I call myself his devotee, I love him and he should love me, how can I do this wrong thing, which he will definitely not say it is right? It's something wrong. He will not sanction it. I know, sure, he will not approve of it. Then we will never be able. If for each one of us that it comes to us, all of us will become straight. All of us will become, we will start walking the path of righteousness, dharma. Sarvadṛk. Siṃhaḥ. Actually, Simha means lion, direct meaning. In the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan, when he is identifying with everything, every being, mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, human kingdom, the gods, the rishis, name it, A to Z. He identifies himself with everything. And he says, all are my glory only. Every plant is me, myself, in a different form. So every plant standing over there in the garden or on the road is a manifestation of my glory. But one plant, tree, he takes over there. He chooses. So he says, amongst the trees, I am the Ashvattha Vriksha. Doesn't mean only in Ashvattha Vriksha we must see him. He is there everywhere. But why did he use the word Ashvattha Vriksha? There is a meaning over it. So, just something important. He picks up something which has got some, which is out of the ordinary, has a little bit more extraordinary, let's say, powers or qualities or properties, and he identifies more with that. Not that Bhagavan is more in the Ashvattha Vriksha and Bhagavan is less in any other tree. But for our minds to go, even when we are seeing the tree outside over there, through the window, when we see the tree, yes, it's also nothing but Bhagavan's glory only. Immediately, from the ordinary tree, our mind should go to Ashvattha Vriksha. Upliftment over there. The mind rises to a higher level. The mind rises, it becomes elevated. Because when we bring in the Ashvattha Vriksha, expansion will take place. Because of the sheer properties and qualities of the Ashvattha Vriksha. So like that, Bhagavan says, everything I am. There is nothing where I am not there. God particle to solar system. Everywhere I am. But he identifies, so he is everything. Every tree is he, every animal is he, every human being he is. Every rishi he is, all the gods he is, all the lakes he is, all the rivers he is. It's a very beautiful chapter, 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga. We tend to go through it fast. What is there? He's only saying, I am this, I am this, I am this, I am that. But every shloka there, 4 paths are there. Each one of them where Bhagavan is identifying with something needs a lot of elaboration. So actually 10th chapter goes very slow. So all he is, there is nothing apart from him, outside of him. There is nothing in which he is not there. But Bhagavan picks up one particular species, let's say a particular tree from the plant kingdom, particular animal from the animal kingdom. Amongst the human beings, what is he? I am the king. In our tradition it is there even now. We never knew. But now because of Bhagavad Gita, the king always is supposed to have Vishnu Amsha. That Vishnu Amsha must be there. A ray of that Vishnu Tattva must be there. Only then such a person will be able to sit on the throne. That is why so much of reverence, so much of respect given to the king. King and queen, Lakshmi, Narayana, they are who are sitting on the throne. So over here, Siṃhaḥ. Siṃhaḥ means lion. So amongst the animals, Bhagavan says in the 10th chapter, I am the lion. Lion, we say, is the king of the jungle. In the Bhagavad Gita, it was there long ago, before somebody told us the lion is the king of the jungle. So amongst all the animals, Bhagavan says, I am the lion. Why should we take up the lion? We should see over. Because Bhagavan says, I am siṃhaḥ. If he says, I am siṃhaḥ, that means he is the lion. Amongst all animals he is. But he chooses the lion specially. Why the male lion we are talking about? One thing, it looks very beautiful. The mane, M-A-N-E, which it has got. And even if it's sitting down, it just has to move its head, left side and right side. We must go to the zoo and see. Rather, if we can see a lion which has not yet come to zoo, means it's trained, so a lot of its activities get curtailed. Normal lion, when we see it just turning its face, from this direction to the other direction, there is enormous grace in it. There is beauty in it. It's a carnivorous animal only. And when it walks, we say siṃhaḥ nade. It walks majestically. What? The lion. All these are special qualities which are associated with the lion, not the tiger, cat family. We won't go into it, the details of it. And also the lion always spreads out, let us say, emits positive energy, positive vibrations. That is why Bhagavan chooses the lion amongst all the animals. So the gait, how it walks, how it moves, even its head, the sheer physical beauty of it because of the mane. And also its roar. Siṃhanādam is the word used when Bhishma Pitama picked up his Shankha and blew just before the war began. So that roar of a lion is very, very powerful. We say lion's roar. Many animals roar, but lion's roar is always likened to our inner voice inside. Inner voice is very soft. Nobody can hear it, only I can hear it. It's almost like a whisper. It's equivalent to a roar. It's a wake-up call for all of us. Don't do this. If you do it, no, then you are in trouble. So it's a roar over there. That is why the lion's roar is always likened to Shankhanāda. Bhagavan has got Shankha also in his hand. So lion's roar. And even to hear the lion's roar it's beautiful to the ears. So for the eyes, for the ears. And also we are told whenever it's hungry only, it hunts. It just doesn't hunt for the sake of hunting. An animal is there in front of it, therefore it kills. Lion does not kill unless and until provoked. Unless and until it feels I am in danger, then it wants to survive. Therefore it will attack. But if we leave the lion to itself, and if it has eaten, and if its stomach is full, it won't attack and kill. The lion will not. So it's only for survival. Nature has made like that. We have herbivorous animals, carnivorous animals are also there. Nature will take care of them. So only when it is hungry, it will kill, because for its food. But when it is full, it will never kill. And also it never attack. It's not a cunning animal. Fox, wolf, tiger, they're all cunning. Cat family is cunning. They attack from behind. A lion will not do like that at all. It attacks straight. So therefore, therefore cunningness, the cheating behavior, all these are not there in the lion. Therefore, Bhagavan, because of all these beautiful, extraordinary qualities, Bhagavan identifies himself with siṃhaḥ. And also, siṃhaḥ stands for destruction also. That is why Devi Navaratri is just round the corner. What is her vahana? Siṃha vahana. Siṃhaḥ stands for destruction. What destruction is she doing? She is doing constructive destruction, not destructive destruction. Navaratri is there. I am going to post a few blogs. There will be a Navaratri series with all these significances. So she comes riding. Every devata has got his or her own vahana, vehicle. What does that vehicle mean? Visheshata. So mother goddess Durga, she comes riding on a lion. So what does the lion represent over there? Lion represents, yes, destruction, but it is constructive destruction. Why? Mahishasura has to be killed. Who is Mahishasura? The ego in us. For the ego in us to get destroyed, so that the goodness in us will become evident. Or for a person, destruction of ego is attainment of Jivan Mukti. For that to happen, lion riding is necessary for Devi. Trishula, she has got in her hand three-pronged, which means transcending all the tri groups. We'll take it up some other time. Transcendence of the 3 states, 3 gunas, 3 equipment, 3 worlds, everything that we can put into 3 category has all been transcended through this destruction. Therefore, siṃhaḥ stands for destruction, but it stands for constructive destruction. And if we put that siṃha word, reverse it, in Sanskrit it is allowed. Rakshasa, sa akshara, akshara sahita is not an educated man. We call such a person cultured person. It's not just reading the alphabet, reading the book and getting degrees. When the knowledge gets into us and it becomes a part of us, only then we become a wise person. Man of knowledge is different from man of wisdom. So this is an ocean of difference. Sa akshara, akshara sahita, civilized, cultured person. We call ourselves cultured, civilized, question mark over there. So sa akshara, if you put it ulta, it becomes rakshasa. Opposite. Like that, siṃhaḥ, when we reverse it, becomes himsa. Himsa means violence. Himsa means adharma. So therefore, when we reverse that himsa and make it siṃhaḥ, it becomes the opposite of what himsa represents. So if himsa is violence, siṃhaḥ represents non-violence. If himsa represents adharma, siṃhaḥ represents dharma for us. For all these factors, Bhagavan identifies himself as siṃhaḥ. That is why the throne on which the Raja sits, the king sits, is called Siṃhaḥasana. We do not know why it is called Siṃhāsana, throne on which the king sits. Asana means seat. Siṃha means dharma. On the seat of dharma, the king should sit. Who is the king? He is nothing but an amṛtyuḥ of Vishnu. So therefore, the king along with this queen, she may sit next to him or not, but she should be there. Why? Lakshmi Narayana, it is who is ruling the country or ruling the state or ruling the kingdom. Where does he sit? He sits on the seat of dharma, Siṃhāsana. Now we know where many of our politicians are sitting. They are not sitting on Siṃhāsana, it is all Himsāsana. The seat of adharma they are sitting on. The seat of not dharma, righteous, unrighteous. So Siṃhāsana means seat of dharma. That is why Siṃhāsana puja is done in Mysore in the dharma, during the Navaratri. The throne puja is done to the throne itself, and only then, after having prostrated to the throne, which is Siṃhāsana, the king walks up the 1 or 2 steps and then sits on the Siṃhāsana. It's a very, very noble, gracious seat of dharma, which carries along with it not only power, it's a seat of power, it's a seat of responsibilities. For many of them, power is important, and along with that, the wealth is important, popularity is important. But responsibilities, no. No duties, no responsibilities, my rights. So that in our tradition, we have all of them so beautifully laid out for us. So, siṃhaḥ, then sandhātā, sandhimān, I think we can put them both together. So, sandhātā, dāta means we've already seen one who gives. Who gives to us? We all do our karma. Karma phala dhāta. Whatever karma we have done, action we have done, its results must come to us. The pala of our karma must come to us. Karma pala, the fruit of our actions, should be given to us by somebody. Who is it? Data. Bhagavan gives to us our karma pala. So karma we have done. Karma pala is there. Karma we did today. Karma pala may come maybe after 1 week, or it can come after few years. It can come after one janma. Next birth. Today whatever we have done, maybe the karma has to mature in time. Karma plus time is equal to karma pala. So the karma has to mature in time for the karma pala to come to us. We do not know the time of maturity. For each karma, different times of maturity is there. So probably a karma we have done today needs so much of time to mature and yield the pala to us. Maybe it is going to come only next birth. That means there is a discontinuity. Even from today to next year there is a discontinuity. Today I did. It's going to come next year, 2 years after that, next janma. There must be some coordination between the two. Sandhi. How we said to one alphabet, another alphabet, there is a joining over there. Sandhi we call it. It's a very beautiful word over there. Something very nice happening between two alphabets when they come together to form a word. That we call a sandhi, meeting point. At that meeting point, many things can happen. Some little changes also will happen. It's a bonding between two alphabets. There can be a bonding between two words. There is a bonding between two people. It can be friendship bond. It can be husband and wife bond. It can be guru shishya bond. Sandhi. Bandhana. But we don't want to use the word bandhana because that means bondage over there. Bond over. It can be Bhagavan and his bhakta ka bond. So very beautifully, sandhātā means the one who regulates, coordinates between the karma and the karma pala. So some unseen connection is there. Means there is a bond over there. In chemistry we have ionic bond, covalent bond, one more is there, covalent, covalent, coordinate, so many types of bondings are there, which we study. We draw one line over there and say hydrogen is bonding with oxygen. So something very mysterious over there which gives a connectivity. That I am, the Lord says. These are all words for us to, think about. And then the not just the word meaning, but it is what they signify must completely enter into us. So I'm just taking the example of karma. Karma is there, karma pala is there. Somebody must be there to coordinate. This karma I did, but I never expected that pala. Does that mean that Bhagavan chose the wrong pala for the karma we did? It can't be. For every karma, when the karma pala comes to us, it is the right karma pala which is coming to us. Somebody must be keeping track of all those things. Coordinate with it. Bond with it. So the moment we have done a karma, bonding has happened with the karma pala. But when it will come in front of us is different. Who will bring it in front of us? Bhagavan only brings it in front of us. So over here, sandhātā means he is the one who regulates, controls this bonding over there and makes it come to us. Again in the 10th chapter, Bhagavan says, I am the coordinator. I am the bonding between two. The two doesn't mean man and woman. It doesn't mean any two. I am the bond. Atom and atom. Proton and proton bonds. We do not know. Neutron and neutron, yes, there is a bonding. It's not always positive charge and negative charge binding. Matter attracts matter, we say. This is neutral, that is neutral. How can neutral particle attract neutral particle? But then Newton has given to us. Newton's law of universal gravitation. One mass particle attracts another mass particle. It's not like plus charge and minus charge. There is a bonding. So in this world, everything is connected. That's what it means over here. They say if a butterfly flutters its very delicate wings in far west, the vibrations can be felt in the far east. If we pluck a blade of grass, they say a star shakes over there. Bonding is there. Where to where? That is what is meant by sandhātā over there. There is a unique, mysterious connectivity, bonding. And we always we think of I, me, myself. Beyond that, no, unseen and seen partitions and walls around us and about us, compartments. But there is something which tunnels through. In physics, we say tunneling effect. We deal with all that in our class. Tunneling effect means, in spite of the wall, we can go to the other side. So how can we go when there is a wall over there? I can't go through the wall. Gross can't tunnel through a gross wall, but subtle can. So we call it as tunneling effect. If we put a particle in a box, we can find it inside and we can find it outside. Means it has tunneled through. We won't take up our physics. It's so beautiful. So therefore, there is a very mysterious, that's what Krishna says in the 7th chapter. Mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Matta parataram nasti. 7th chapter, I think the 7th Sloka. I thread through everything. Just like the thread goes through different pearls or different beads, money, he says, I thread through everything. Is he threading in the air that is around us? Yes, he is threading through, which means there is bonding over there between us and the atmospheric air, between one atom of molecule of air and the other next molecule of air, atom to atom. Then electrons to a nucleus, inside the nucleus, everything is connected. Nothing is disconnected over there. Again in physics, we use the word ether drag. When a particle, when something particle moves, it doesn't move itself. Whatever is there surrounding it also moves. We say energy field is moving. So when we move, we are not only moving our body, whatever it is, height, weight, along with us something else is also moving. We carry along with that something unseen. So they called it ether drag. So the whole space, even if we say space where there is no air up above, beyond the atmospheric air, we say it's all vacuum. Even there, space, they call that space as phase space. PHASE means energy space. Means something is there, some connectivity is there. Unique it is. We can't apprehend it and we can't comprehend it. That in the 10th chapter also Bhagavan says, I am the bond between any two. We are only breaking creating barriers. But there is bonding over there. So sandhātā means one who coordinates, one who regulates between two. Means the bonding between this and that. So when we have done the karma, when the karma pala is there, there is a sandhi over there. Somebody is going to take care of it and make sure it will come to us. What is that mysterious bond between the karma we did now and the karma pala which is going to come to us afterwards? That bond also is Bhagavan. So hydrogen oxygen bond between the two of them, Bhagavan binding hydrogen and binding oxygen to make it water. And then when it comes, so when the karma pala comes to us, who enjoys? Bhagavan says, sandhimān. I am the one who created the sandhi, the bonding between your karma and between your karma pala, and when it comes to you, I only enjoy. Why? Willing was mine. No narachitta, harichitta. And karta I am. Well, what did you do? You did not do anything. Because without me, you can't do anything. So, naham karta, harikarta. So, activity is. Who performed the activity? He is. The willing before that was he. Who gives strength to push forward the activity? He. So, the knowledge is he, the strength is he, the prayatna, effort is he. Time is he. In time only we can perform. In space we can perform. Everything is he. Finally, the karma pala yet to come. Karma pala is he in another form. Madhusudana. So karma pala is he. Honey. End product of the honeybees. Karma pala also I am. And I am the link between your karma, the karma and the karma phala. And when it comes also in its proper time, scheduled time, who enjoys? Lord says, I only enjoy through you. You don't enjoy anything. I enjoy through you. That's the meaning of sandhimān. Na ham bhokta, Hari bhokta. Why? Because na ham karta, Hari karta. And why? Because not my chitta, no nara chitta, it was all Hari chitta. So through and through and through and through, the effort of our masters is to bring to our cognition that there is nothing called ego. It's a myth. It's a pseudo. For us now it's solid, vital reality. But if we investigate into it, it is not there at all. But why did we think it was there? That's called Maya. Maya means that which exists not. That which exists not has become a reality for us. That's called Maya. So to move away from that Maya, they say to remove a thorn sticking to our finger or whatever it is, we use another sharp instrument or a thorn itself. So to move over or cross over Maya, what do? We use Maya's power only. Why? Daivi hesha gunamai mama Maya duratteya. Bhagavan says, Maya is my divine power. So to cross over her, to transcend her, we need her blessing. Mahamaya. Therefore we worship Mahamaya during Navaratri. Why? You are the one who can remove that Maya into which I am now, by which I am now shrouded by or veiled by. That is why we, therefore, Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Maya Rupena Samstita. In the form of Maya, she is sitting in each one of us. Individual Maya. Collective Maya. All our Mayas put together. Mahamaya. Who is she? Bhagavan's divine power. Prakriti she is. She alone is Saraswati, Lakshmi and Parvati. Therefore, we need her grace and blessing to cross over the Maya, which we imagined ourselves to be in. So, sandhātā, sandhimān. Dasuru very nicely say, whatever I am seeing, I am not seeing. Bhagavan, you are seeing through me. Whatever I am hearing, I am not hearing. You are hearing through me. See, that level one has to reach. Otherwise, we will justify everything. See the serial in the TV and say, I did not see, Bhagavan saw that serial. I did not hear this music, whatever it is, rock and roll. Not that I am complaining, but example, he heard it. We have to rise to a particular level to be able to say, I am not seeing, he alone is seeing. I am not hearing, he alone is hearing. I am not tasting, Bhagavan alone is tasting. I am not doing anything at all. Everything is he and he alone. To take us to that level, or even to be able to intellectually appreciate this, we need all these things. We need all these namas. From the gross to the subtle. From here to the sublime. We have, it's a journey for us. So therefore, sandhātā, sandhimān. Sthiraḥ means firm, well rooted. Dhruvaha, we've already gone through the meaning, but in the context of a different name. Dhruva was used earlier. I think one or two more were also there. So sthiraḥ means that which can never ever be moved, which can never be displaced. So obviously it doesn't belong to the realm of change. In the space-time world, we know everything changes. That's the only thing that is not changeable there, which is things change. So in space and time, everything changes. That is what Einstein calls as relativistic plane. So relativistic means that which keeps on changing. Bhagavan is absolute. He is the changeless. Simply because he doesn't belong to the space, to our space-time world. Therefore, in space also there is no change for him. In time also there is no change. So in space he is all pervading. When the Lord is all pervading, from where to where will he move? Only when there is movement, when there is motion, we say there is change. But since he is all pervading everywhere, that's the meaning of Vishnu. From where to where will he move? He can't move at all, because everywhere he is there. So in space, therefore he is the changeless, and in time he was, he is, and he shall continue to be. So in that sense, sthiraḥ, ajaha, next nama. We already went through this a little when we did the first nama of this verse, amṛtyuḥ. Mrityu means, we saw it is change. Amṛtyuḥ means changeless. There is no change at all. There is no, that which knows no death. That which knows no death must be something which was never born, because that which is born alone can die, will die. And birth can take place only in space and time. Since Bhagavan is beyond space and time, he is the unborn. There is no birth for him. All our avatars are different. He is the absolute. Avatars come and go. But he is the absolute. He knows no birth. Therefore, he knows no growth. Therefore, he knows no change, no variation, no increase, no decrease, no modification, no disease, no decay. I mean, decrease. From our standpoint, we have what is called as decay, we have what is called as disease. Disease just doesn't mean only physical disease. Whenever we are not at ease, we are not comfortable, means there is something which changed in us. So that is the meaning of disease. So it's not only restricted to the body, it can be for the mind and the intellect also, where the mind and intellect are not comfortable. So therefore no decay for him, no disease for him, therefore no death for him. So he who is amṛtyuḥ should be ajaha also. He is the unborn. Durmarṣaṇaḥ, again this we have already gone through. One whom if anybody comes in front of him, they can't ever win over him. Victory sure for him, for the Lord. So nobody can come and counter the Lord or stand in front of him and counter him. Lord alone, that is the meaning of Vijaya. Just now Vijayadashmi is over yesterday. Jaya means victory. Vijaya, when we say, it means everlasting victory. That which never knows any change. So Vijaya means everlasting, means it always is there. Permanent victory, permanent Jaya, Vijaya only for him. So it can be anything on the other side. It need not be only Rakshasas over there. Anything, Lord's will alone will get accomplished. There also Vijaya only for him. All our Narachitta, whatever we plan, we wish for, nothing will work out. Harichitta Satya, Narachitta Lavalesha Nadayadu, Dasaru say. So in that sense also he is ever victorious. Whatever his sankalpa is, ultimately it will come to its logical conclusion. It will work itself out. In that sense also victory. Whenever we think of victory, we only think of it as related to a battle or a fight or the Lord engaged with Rakshasas. We have to learn to look at it beyond all this. So therefore, durmarṣaṇaḥ, one who can never be challenged, questioned, he can never be attacked, he can never be countered, he can never be vanquished. In the long run, he alone. That is why when we say God is truth, immediately we say satyameva jayate, jaya, vijaya, in that sense. So therefore, durmarṣaṇaḥ, we can explain it out at different levels, from the gross to the subtle. So durmarṣaṇaḥ, śāstā, whenever the akshara sha comes, it means shubha. Shubha itself starts with sha. Mangalatva, kalyanatvam. We went through the Shiva, Shambhu, Shankara. Shankara itself means Sham karoti iti Shankara. Kara means to do. What does he do to us? He does only good and good and good to us. Sham he does. So even if he doesn't give us what we want, it is a blessing for us. From his standpoint, it is for our own good that he didn't give us what we wanted. So in that sense, Shankara. Sham karoti iti Shankara. So wherever Sh comes, it means auspiciousness. So Shāstā means one who is an embodiment of personification of auspiciousness. Shāstā also, Shāsana, we say rules, regulation, laws, Niyamaha, Yamaha, we went through that earlier. Bhagavan is the one who has given to us all the laws. Rules and regulation have been laid out for all of us. Not only for us, for the mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, for the devatas. Agni Bhagavan cannot one day say, I'm going to become cool, or the sun can't say, I'm going to become dark today. Strict rules and regulations are there. Why? There is a person, there is an entity who is the lawgiver. When the lawgiver gives the law, somebody has to make sure it gets administrated. There should be an administrator just behind it. That's why they say Shasana, Shasakaru, the ones who are governing us. Bhagavan is the one who is governing over the entire cosmos, all the worlds, all things, all beings, from the unicellular organism up to the multicellular. Everything, things, beings, that which we can see, that which we cannot see. So therefore Shāstā, one who is the administrator. So he is given the law, he is the lawgiver, he is a law administrator also, and everybody should obey the laws. If they do not obey the laws, sure consequences we have to face. We have to face, or it has to face. It's not that the Lord is punishing us over there. Bhagavan is there behind us all and making sure that we obey his laws, otherwise he's going to punish us. That's a way of saying, just to put us onto the track. We are not punished by the Lord. We are punished by that law which we did not obey. They say we are not punished for the sin. We are punished by the sin itself. Whatever mistake we have done. In this case, we did not follow a particular law, or we did not follow particular rules. We disobeyed the rules. The rules itself will punish us. So it's like that. So there is an aspect of the Lord which stands for punishment. Punishment in quotes. He's not a person who is punishes us left and right. It is not like that at all. We are punished by the very law which we did not obey. We should have obeyed it. Electricity has got its own rules and regulations. We are not supposed to touch a live wire, especially with wet hands. Supposing we say, no, I am an electrical engineer, I have mastered the entire subject, so what? Electricity cannot do anything to me. I will touch the wire, live wire, with my wet hands. Electricity will do its job. It's impartial. It did not see whether the person is an electrical engineer or not, whether the person knows or whether the person doesn't know. Oh, you poor thing, he or she doesn't know anything at all, the child doesn't know anything at all. I think I should not punish the child, I should not give a shock to the child, I should stay away. No, it will do its job. In that sense. So Shāstā means all of it has to be taken into consideration over there. So Shāstā, lawgiver, law administrator, and those who break the laws, the one who gives to us the punishment also. Punishment, like I said, in quotes. Shāstā, viśrutātmā. Atman means we know the consciousness that is there, the indwelling consciousness in each and every one of us. The life that is there in us. We are not talking life experiences. Life's expressions we are not talking about. We are talking about just the life in us, because of which life's experiences are possible, because of which life's expressions are possible. That's Atman stands for that. Vishnu means to enter. First word of the Vishnu Sahasranama. Vishwam, Vishnu, to enter into. If it has to enter, obviously it should be outside also. So that which permeates and pervades is called as Vishnu. So viśrutātmā means he is the one who has entered into everything. He is larger than the largest. He is bigger than the biggest because he pervades from outside also. 14 worlds are there. They are all inside him. That means he pervades them all. And what about inside? He is inside each and every smallest, tiniest particle which we can't see, God particle. In that sense, viśrutātmā. The significance is very, very large. So even that is why we saw smaller than the smallest, tinier than the tiniest, lighter than the lightest. On one side. On the other side, opposite qualities. Larger than the largest, bigger than the biggest, heavier than the heaviest. If he's got the 14 worlds in him, of course he should be heavy again. Heavy in quotes over there. Bhagavan had all the 14 worlds, has the 14 worlds in him. But Satyabhama thought she can weigh him. Don't worry, Narada, I will weigh him. And I will claim him to be mine forever. How will you weigh? I got so much of wealth. Put him on a pan of a balance. In the other pan, I will fill it up all with wealth, material wealth. Easily I will weigh him and then he will become my property. That was their ego. So Narada knew it was all the Lord's plan through Narada. So we know the whole story over there. Bhagavan sat on one pan. Viśrutātmā he is. How will we measure him? How will we weigh him? How will we tie him up? Chikkavanivanilla. Ivanalla. Sikkade odi hoguvanu. Yashoda thought she can tie him up. Oh, you do not know Yashoda. He just comes, dashes in and dashes out. By the time we can catch him, because he came and stole butter, he's gone away. She says, what's the difficulty over there? I'll catch him and I'll tie him up. After all, he's my little child, baby. So she tried. Chikkavanivanalla, sikkade odi hogonu. That's what I say. Don't underestimate him to be small. You can't catch him. I will catch him, we can't catch him. I cannot catch him. I, capital I. Ego cannot never ever catch hold of him. So she tried to tie him up. All the ropes in the house she brought and tied them up and made it a huge big long rope. And still she could not tie Krishna up with that. His waist is so slender. 2 finger space difference was there between the ends of the rope. I and mine. Where it is there, we can't catch the Lord. The moment she surrendered onto him totally and said, you must get tied up. I have failed, I am exhausted, I have totally surrendered onto you. Now please accomplish it for me. Then immediately, as though by magic, she was able to tie him up. So it's like that. So when the 14 worlds are there inside him, how can Satyabhama weigh him? But she thought she can weigh. So all the wealth we know, the scales did not tilt. She questions Narada and then he says, you thought you can weigh him who's got the 14 worlds within him with your mere materialistic wealth? All the materialistic wealth which of all the world is an insignificant part of his glory. All the wealth of all the worlds is an insignificant part of his glory. And with your tiny little wealth that is there in your palace, you wanted to weigh him. Profound messages for all of us in and through these stories. So, viśrutātmā, that is why we call him Vishnu in the Vedas. In the Vedic terminology, Vishnu doesn't stand for the one who is in Vaikunta sleeping on Adishesha with Lakshmi at his feet. That is the Puranic version. But in the Vedas, Vishnu's name comes, Shiva's name comes. Shiva doesn't mean Kailasapati over there, staying in Kailas with Parvati over there next to him and his 2 children on either side. They all represent something beyond the avatars, beyond the Saguna aspect of Brahman. So afterwards, Vishnu, Shiva, all of them have been brought down to to a concept of an idol, to a concept of a vigraha. Why? Because the mind needs it. That is the Puranic version. But in the Vedic version also, in the Vedas, all these names come. Vishnu, Shiva, all the names. Here also we have been seeing, we are doing Vishnu Sahasranama. So it's a Vaishnavite book. We are only studying about the one who is Vaikuntapati. We have been seeing in and through all the padartha, the word meaning, there is a deeper meaning to it. So the Saguna aspect also is taken care of, the Nirguna aspect also has been taken care of. It holds good for all the Sahasranama. We've just finished Lalita Sahasranama through and through Navaratri. Every Nama over there represents a Padartha, and every Nama has got two levels. One will be the word meaning, which will describe to us Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, how she is, what she did, etc. But there is a deeper meaning behind it. If we go into it, it represents for us the Nirguna aspect, which we have been worshipping in a feminine form. So therefore, viśrutātmā, one who is one who pervades, is all pervading, and who permeates also, is known as viśrutātmā. Surārihā. Sura means the gods. Ari means enemies. Murari, one who is the enemy of that Rakshasa called Mura. So Murari we call Bhagavan. So like that, Ari means enemy. Ha means to destroy. So therefore, Surari means one who destroys the enemies of the Suras. Suras mean the gods. So not only all the avatars of the Lord. Why did he take those particular avatars? Only to protect the good and to destroy or annihilate the wicked. And all the wicked have been very beautifully deified for us in the form of Rakshasas. It is not that only those days there were Rakshasas. Rama's time Rakshasas were there. Even before that, Krishna's time there were Rakshasas. Now we don't have any Rakshasas at all. All the Rakshasas are our negative qualities, the negative energies that are there in us. All of them are nothing but Rakshasas only. All those terrible, bad, negative qualities that should not be there in us have all been brought out and given a name, given a form, given some qualities over there, a little bit of stories around them, and depicted out there so that it becomes easy for us to understand. All the Shumba, Nishumba, Chanda, Munda, see their names itself, they are very powerful but not in a nice way. Chanda, Munda, it represents, what shall I say, heedlessness over there, ego over there. Very negative they are. The names itself, Chanda, Munda, Raktabija, Mahishasura. On the other side, Devi's names, they're also Saumya. Of course, she has a ferocious Durga aspect also. That's different. So all these Rakshasas are nothing but the bad qualities that are there in us. So more than annihilating them out there, we must annihilate and destroy all the Asuras and the Rakshasas that are there within us. So Asuras are there in us. As long as the Asuras are there, Sura can't come inside us. The Devatas cannot come and make their abode in us. Who are the Devatas? The good qualities, the noble qualities. Bhagavan in the Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, he says, Daiva Asura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga. That chapter is called like that. Daiva Asura Sampat Vibhaga. Vibhaga means differentiation. I will now show to you two aspects. What are the two aspects? Daiva Sampat and Asura Sampat. Sampat means wealth. So Daiva Sampat means the divine estate, wealth in us. The Asura Sampat means the undivine wealth which we are. Right now we have got a lot of wealth in us, all undivine. Rakshasas are there in us. So all of them should be annihilated. Who will come and annihilate them? It's not easy at all. We have seen in the stories, all Rakshasas have done tapas. All our negative qualities have done tapas. They are tapas. Consistently they have willed and they wished to stay permanently in all of us. So nature says, okay, but then there is a small little, a loophole over there. Though they are going to be there in as though permanent, still they have an end. And many of them have given out how they should go also, or how they should get eliminated from us also. That also is there. Accordingly, Bhagavan comes and destroys each one of those Rakshasas. That is why Devi, in so many forms she comes. With so many Ayudhas she comes. Why? Because each Rakshasa has willed that he should die in this particular way. That Rakshasa has willed that he should die in a particular way. Willed, or he is destined to. So no chances left. Therefore she has got more arms, more hands, only to carry weapons of destruction. In no hand do we see anything other than a weapon of destruction. The Vishnu Sahasranama also ends like that. In the beginning introduction class I did mention Sarva Praharana Yudaha. Lord, all weapons collect and bring them together when you come, because so many Rakshasas are there in me. Each one demands a particular weapon, or of destruction, of annihilation. So you come all ready, so that the moment you meet these Rakshasas, you can kill them. So that is why she's got so many hands, and each hand she's got so many weapons, instruments of annihilation, and we know how she one by one destroys all of them. The moment Durga has destroyed all of them, only then the vessel inside is empty, cleaned up, then the good can come and stay in us. Sura can come only when Asura has gone away from us. So facilitate exit of Asuras, we invoked Durga the 3 days. Then after that, we are now invoking the good to enter into us. Therefore, we invoke Lakshmi over there. Lakshmi Sampat stands for all the good quality. Sura. And then, once the bad has gone and once the good has come into us, only then we will be available for knowledge. Here we are talking Adhyatma knowledge. For the scriptures, knowledge of the scriptures. Otherwise, the Guru will talk to us, he will give discourse to us, it will go over our heads. Nothing we will be able to understand. We can give our attendance over there in the satsang. Therefore, the last 3 days we invoke Saraswati over there, so that she can come and sit inside, knowledge enter into us, and that knowledge can reach its final conclusion on the Vijayadashmi day. Vijayadashmi day is the day of enlightenment for us. It is the day of total fulfillment for us. Jivan Mukti should happen. But for us it will not happen like that. Rare once it will happen. That's why they always say Vijayadashmi day is a very auspicious, good day for anything. So what do we do on that day? On that day, at least we pick up our book and start the study. So we have invoked Saraswati. Please come, please come, please come. May every akshara sit on my tongue. May I be able to connect with everything which is there in the scriptures. If we have to connect with that which is there in the scriptures, obviously paragraphs should become familiar, sentences, phrases, words, alphabets must be familiar with us. Therefore akshara must be there with us. Who has got it? She has got it in her hand. Therefore initiation of alphabets. So for us it is initiation of alphabets. Aksharabhyasa normally is done on Vijayadashmi day. So Aksharabhyasa for the children. For all of us, what will be done? We will all be initiated into the scriptures on that, into art forms on that day. So on Vijayadashmi day, we make sure we meet our teachers, dance teacher, music teacher, drama teacher, painting teacher, anyone who is giving to us knowledge. Our Guru, we prostrate onto them, offer our Guru Dakshina, whatever it is, to them, or on that day we get initiated into the scriptures. Vidya Aramba. Akshara Aramba also will be there, but for all of us it will be Vidya Aramba, because we already have the alphabets with us. On Vijayadashmi day, especially in the Siddhabari ashram, in the Himalayan ashram, what Gurudev used to do, I have heard of, because I was never there on a Vijayadashmi day with him. So therefore, on the previous day, I was told by the delegates who used to attend the camps over there, on the previous day he would tell them all to write their names on the cover or inside on the book, whatever text he is taking, morning text, evening text, whatever he is taking, write the names, each one of them, they will write their names, and all of them will keep the books near the Vyaspeeth on which Gurudev used to sit for the lectures. On Vijayadashmi day, he would come and sit on the Vyaspeeth during the pravachan time, and then he would pick up each book, see the name, call out the name of each devotee, each delegate who has come to the camp, and then give the book to them. Initiation of knowledge. It's a very nice, beautiful ritual. After it just looks like a ritual, but there is so much of significance behind it all for us. So that's the whole sequence of the entire Navaratri, which is just over for all of us. If we have missed it, Deepavali is around the corner. This was for 9 plus 2 days, that is for 5 days. 3 days is more than enough for enlightenment, if we are available for it. Narka Chaturdashi day, Amavasya Lakshmi Puja day, and Balipadyami day. Again, they are all level 1, level 2, level 3. So we start from level 1. By the time we reach level 3, Mukti should have happened to a person. So beautifully the sequences have been given to us. So surārihā, one who is the Lord who destroys the enemies of the Devatas or the Surā